Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need everyone to press that like button, press that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it, shall we? All right, without further ado, the fact that you won't let anyone treat you how they used to is proof you came to break generational curses. Let's talk about it, all right? The fact that you're aware of how you're being treated and you want to stop that negative cycle from continuing is the fact that you came to break generational curses. You're not the first person in your family to endure negative treatment from people in the family, people outside the family. And this necessarily doesn't even have to deal with your family. This could just be in general, all right? But just people, period. Because as an empath, as a chosen one, people tend to think they could treat you however they want and try to disregard the fact that you're worthy of respect just like everybody else, including them. So the fact that you came to stop people from disrespecting you, treating you a certain way, not allowing people to get off how they feel on you, all right, not allowing people to take advantage of you, not allowing people just to say whatever they want to say to you and think that that's all right. You came to break generational curses. There have been people in your family before you who have dealt with the same thing. But why is it still continuing? Because the generational curse has not been broken yet. All right. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to trust your inner spirit. You're going to want to trust your intuition. You're going to want to trust the God in you. Okay. Because it's going to lead you in the right direction where you need to go. So that way you could break these generational curses. That way you don't stay stuck. That way you don't stay miserable. All right. You don't end up being the one who has to continually deal with hate, evil, poverty, negativity. These things are still going to exist, but not for you. All right. They may be still in the world per se, but depending on each person, depending on if they choose to break the generational curse or not, they can get these things out of their life for the most part. It still may be, like I said, out in the world, but you won't be experiencing it firsthand. And if you do, it won't be much of it for you to experience because you would have set yourself up to a particular position to where you don't have to deal with these kinds of things because you're not dealing with certain people who act that way. So how you know that you're here to break generational curses is this. You are aware that people are treating you a certain way that you don't want to be treated. You're aware that people are talking to you a certain way that you know you don't deserve to be talked to. So what you can do is you have to follow God. You have to listen to him. All right, he's going to speak through you. He's going to show you what you need to be doing with your life. All right, he's going to show you what your purpose is. When you ask him, God will show you what you're supposed to be doing with your life. And you're supposed to take your purpose. You're supposed to plan out your life according to whatever your calling is. And as you continue to grow and as you continue to move towards your calling, you're going to be able to see how these generational curses are going to be broken. All right. You're going to have to become financially literate. You're going to have to learn about money and study about money. People say that money is evil and people say that it's not all about money, but you go to work, that's about money. You have to pay your bills, that's about money. You need to take care of yourself, that's about money. God does provide, but you have to be able to make sure that he can provide to you. You have to create a way for him to be able to bring his blessing to you into your life. And that's by going after your passion. That's why going after your calling is important, because that is one major way to get you blessed. So that way you could break that way you could break generational curses. Because these things, there are certain things that's going to keep you stuck, right? Certain actions, certain behaviors, certain things that will cause you to stay stuck, and you're going to want to break those. You're not going to want to keep getting in toxic relationships. You're not going to want to keep yourself around people who are toxic, people who don't have goals, people who don't have ambition, people who don't change, people who are stuck in the same state of mind that they've been in for years, and they're not going to do any self-improvement just to please you, kind of thing. And they don't have to. But what you have to realize is that if you continue to live with your life the way it is, if you continue to keep like doing destructive habits, all right, certain things you know you're not supposed to be doing, certain things you said you were going to stop, all right, certain things that you told yourself you weren't going to do anymore. If you continue to do those destructive habits, then you're not going to improve. All right, maybe your parents did it, maybe your mother did it, maybe your father did it, but the line, you have to draw the line. The line stops with you. The toxicity, the abuse, the negativity, the destructive habits, they have to stop with you. So that way you can get through to your breakthrough. You get to the next level in life. You can get what God has for you, right? So that way you can break these curses. Because if you continue to work 9 to 5s, if you continue to have a boss, if you continue to allow people to control how much time you have for this and how much time you have with your family, how much time you have on break, all right, the amount of time you get to use the bathroom, people causing you stress on purpose, like people just literally trying to destroy your life. All right, you know you're not a narcissist. You know you're not one of these average people out here. So your experience in certain situations is different. You feel certain energy. You take in energy differently than other people. And a lot of people will notice that. And that's why they act so ignorant and so abusive to you, because they know that you're going to feel the effects of the negative energy that they put out. But karma's real, all right? A lot of these people that try to yell and try to talk to you any type of way, and then it may leave you feeling drained or upset or frustrated. A lot of these people have some karma that they're going to receive for how they try to talk to you or disrespect you. And they're not aware of it, but it's coming. They don't have to be aware of it. It's still going to happen, right? But for you to break generational curses, you're going to have to continue on a positive path. You're going to have to do things different than your mom did, your dad did, people in your family did. You're going to have to trust God, and you're going to have to do some things that are unclear to a lot of people that may not make sense. You're going to have to live your life a lot differently than everybody else does. Number one, because you believe in God. Number two, because you believe in yourself. Number three, you know that He gave you some type of gift that you need to be exploring and implementing, and that will allow you to achieve some type of status for yourself in this world. So that way you don't have to keep going through the same things that your family members went through. God doesn't give us gifts and talents for no reason. God gives us something that we're all good at, that we can do, so that way we could break generational curses. We could get out of poverty. We don't have to keep working for other people. We don't have to stay in the slavery system of 9 to 5 job slavery. All right, because when people are just treating you any kind of way, when they could talk to you any kind of way, when they could control your life, that's not living. That's not something positive. It's something that you have to do. It's something that you choose to do. It's not something that you want to do. You have people that will lie to themselves and just be like, oh, nobody wants to work, Or, oh, people are lazy. Like, no, people are smart. People who use their behind get the least amount of pay. People who use their mind get the most amount of pay. So if you want to break generational curses, you're going to have to start using your mind. You're going to have to think of a way for you to create some type of income for yourself and your family and for future generations. What are you good at? All right. What can you do? You have to have some type of imagination, because you have to discover the rich you, so that way you can start to see things for yourself, the things that seem impossible, the things that seem like you'll never be able to achieve. Those are very possible, achievable things. It's just that you in your mind think it's too difficult. You think it's too hard. It's something you've never done. It's a whole amount of money that you've always looked at as impossible to achieve. Anything is possible. All right, we live in this matrix, but people who haven't done anything yet, it's just like Jesus. It's like they won't believe you until you provide a sign or a miracle. They won't believe you until you pull up in the Rolls Royce. They won't believe you till you get that $1 billion mansion home. All right, and it's like anything is possible. People could get what they want. It's just they know they're lazy. They know they'd rather go home, sit on the couch, watch TV, and watch these stars live their life, and be like, oh, okay, look at this one, look at that one. Like, you could be having that too. It's just people choose not to. Like, the people that are successful, the amount of work that they put into themselves, the average person definitely would not want to do it. If there was like a camp to become successful, and they made a show like Camp Success, and they had like top millionaires or top successful people, and all you had to do was do what they were instructing you to do, you know how many people would quit that show? And it's like seriously, if they did that for the internet, there'd be people who would quit, because they wouldn't want to put in the amount of work. All right, and they wouldn't, like, the amount of work that you choose to put in for your life is up to you. It's just that determines who's great and who's not. All right, you have people that go out and do extraordinary things, but they had to take time to learn what it was that they were doing. They had to develop their skill. All right, they had to keep getting better. So it's really up to the individual, you know. But the fact that you won't let anyone treat you that way anymore, like, when people try to disrespect you and they think it's okay, and you have to deal with that, that's a curse. If you were to break that curse and provide for yourself, make something happen for yourself, all right, make a way for God to provide for you, to help you financially, then you wouldn't, it would be so much stuff that would clear up in your life, that you would be able to just pay attention to and enjoy, right? You would not have to worry about all the things that other people are stressed about, all the things that the average person has to worry about. It's like you're eliminating these things out of your life. When you realize that you don't have to keep doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, when you realize that you create your own reality, and what you speak, you get what you speak, you're speaking into existence. All right, when you realize that you can have whatever it is you want, no matter what this one says or that one says, doesn't matter where you're at right now. People are judging you right now, right? And they think that because you don't have something, you're never going to get it. Ignore those people. Ignore the feeling you get from people who may try to look down on you. Just ignore those feelings and focus on the feeling of what you want. That's the main goal, is you have to ignore all this other outside stuff. That's why it's called the Matrix. You got to ignore all this other outside stuff and stay focused on the God in you, because that's the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Okay, the truth shall set you free. And what is that truth? That truth is that if I continue to hold this vision in my mind and believe it and press it up against my subconscious, in due time, there's a law that says that whatever I press up against my subconscious mind, I have to experience in reality. All right. So when your conscious mind agrees with your subconscious mind, the thought will finally sink in. You use your subconscious mind to plant thoughts up against your subconscious mind. All right, that's basically like this field here. Ironically, I'm always talking about a field and planting seeds. Now God has me out in front of this field making my videos. Look at God. All right, but that's just the way the Lord works. All right. So continue to plant positive seeds. That's how you break generational curses. Continue to shift your paradigm. That's how you break generational curses. Continue to stay away from negative substances. Continue to stay away from excessive binge drinking and all types of negative things that will hold you back and stop you. All right. Some of us may have said we were going to not drink as much. It's time to do that, stop drinking, and it's time to focus more on some of your goals. All right. Some of you said you were going to stop eating as much. It's time to stop eating as much and start working out. All right, get healthier, start eating some more fruits and vegetables. Some of us said we were going to stop smoking cigarettes or something like that. Maybe you might need to put some cigarettes down and start some meditation, start some deep breathing. All right, maybe get you some herbs or get you some sage or something, and burn some relaxing candles or some type of relaxing scent or some type of aroma out there. All right. And basically, when you are trying to stop those types of things, I'll make a video for that too. But it's certain affirmations you could say, it's certain visualization techniques you could use to get your mind off of whatever you feel you may be addicted to, because the addiction is also real. You're gonna have to get rid of addiction. All right, anything that may be holding you back that you're addicted to, you're definitely going to have to get that out the way if you want to break generational curses, because that's definitely holding you back. All right. There are a lot of things that people could be addicted to, whatever your vice is, whatever is holding you back, whatever is causing you trouble in life that you may need to stop doing or take a break from, everything in moderation. That's positive. That's not going to cause you any worse problems or damage you or possibly even take your life. Okay. Um, Anything that is hard that will take your life, definitely stop that. But in terms of like alcohol or having a drink, everything in moderation. All right. So you don't want to be overboard with anything. You don't want to just be like all sloppy drunk or like drinking to an excessive point to where you waste your whole day and like 9-10 hours went by, you didn't get anything done. All right. So maybe you grew up in a house where people drank. Maybe you grew up in a house where people partied. You're going to have to put some of that stuff on pause because you have to focus. You have a business. You have something to become successful with. You have something that you need to do. So maybe you need to lose that weight. Maybe you need to take a break from drinking, take some months off, take a year off, whatever you may need to do. It's always going to be there. All right. Whatever you need to take a break from. Maybe it's entertainment. Maybe it's watching TV. All right. Maybe it's certain things that you're doing that's just too time consuming. All right, maybe certain people you need to fast from. Maybe it's certain people you're addicted to you need to uh, take a vacation from and get out your life, because if you keep being around them, you're not going to do anything constructive or you're not going to do anything positive. All right, there's certain chains you have to break, there's certain people you have to get away from, so that way you can actually become successful, hear God, and do what He requires you to do for your life. All right. And as long as you continue to just move forward, stay positive, pray, ask Him to guide you, ask the universe to guide you, ask infinite intelligence to guide you, then you're going to be okay. And you're going to end up doing a lot better than you would if you were to continue to listen to other people, not follow God, not answer the calling on your life. All right, answering the calling on your life is one of the best things you could do. Like going with God, agreeing with God is one of the best things you could do. All He wants to do is help you and prosper you and get you to a higher level and a higher position in life where you belong. That's all God wants to do. That's all God is about. Helping you become the best person that you could be, lifting you to the highest level that you could go to. All right. And that's pretty much it. Helping you get around all the deceptive people, all the people that hate you, all the people that want to stop you. All right, He wants to heal you. He wants to shield you from all those people. All right, He's your deliverer, your shield, and your buckler. Okay, He's your shield and your buckler. He's your protective force, your force field and shield away from harmful people, negative energies, evil spirits, curses, traps, snares, trouble, any type of weapon. All right, God's always there. So that's how you know you're breaking generational curses. The fact that you're not going to accept any type of negative treatment anymore. All right. People just aren't able to talk to you any kind of way anymore, because you realize you deserve better. You realize you deserve the best. You realize that I'm not going to let anybody talk to me any kind of way anymore, because you see what it does to you. You don't have to walk around feeling depressed anymore. You don't have to walk around feeling sad anymore. You don't have to just take whatever anybody says anymore. People could say whatever they want. All right, people can try to treat you however they want. You don't have to accept or take in or agree with what they say. People are just talking out the side of their face half the time. You don't have to accept what these people, what these evil people have to say about you, what negative people have to say about you. All right, when they don't have anything good to say, just write it off. And you have to be able to decipher their energy and yours. You got to be able to tell the difference between their energy and yours. Like, okay, that's their energy. It's not mine. I'm not going to agree with what this person says. This person's negative as I don't know what. I don't have to listen to them, or I don't have to agree with them. I don't have to be in this person's space. I don't have to listen to this person. I don't got to spend time with this person. All right, that's how you break generational curses, because there are certain people that will hold you back just purely with their energy alone. Because as long as you continue to stay around them, they're going to make you feel less than what God created you to be. And if you continue to be around people who put you down and make you feel less than, you're never going to be what? Greater than. You're always going to be being subtracted from. They're always going to be subtracting your positive energy, the energy you need to be using to working on something, creating something, making something. All right, making your dream happen, making your vision happen. These people are taking your precious life force away from you. And now you can't work on certain things. You can't create certain things. You can't go make your dream happen because you done gave all this energy away to all these people who aren't going to reciprocate it, who don't deserve your time, don't deserve your energy. So once you realize that it's like, I have to stay away from certain people, once you realize you have to start making different choices, you have to stay away from certain things, or you got to change your life because you just feel that God's pushing you in a certain direction. That's how you know you came to break generational curses. That's proof. You're not letting people talk to you anymore. You're not treating yourself bad anymore. You're deciding to treat yourself right. You know you deserve better. You know you don't deserve to work every day until you die. All right. You know you don't deserve to work until you retire. You know you deserve to live a full, happy life. You know you're rich. You know you're successful. You know you deserve the right to be happy, prosperous. All right. You know that happiness, love, and wealth is in the present moment. All right. You know that you have everything you need to be successful and happy and a loving, caring person. All right. So that way you can succeed and get to the next level. All right. Help some others. All right. You know that you're supposed to, you know that God is supposed to bless you and you're supposed to be a blessing to others. You know that your purpose is to become rich. So that way you could become successful and then teach other people and help other people do the same thing. All right. That's why you know you came here to break these curses. You came here to make your life better. You came here that the people, future generations, would not have to go through the same cycle that the people in your family have been going through: stress, poverty, having to work for other people that hate them, that don't want you around, that don't even want to see your face. Their energy is so bad. All right, some jobs you just have to get up and go. The energy's so bad. All right, so you have to stay focused. You got to believe in yourself, and you have to keep knowing that you came here to do a specific thing. You're not here to play around. That's why you don't have many friends. You're here to listen to God, have him guide you, have your angels protect you. That's why you don't have many friends, because you're away from people. God is protecting you. He's keeping all the negativity away from you, so that way you can have time to yourself, hear him, be protected by your angels, work on your craft, improve yourself. All right, read some books, educate yourself, get you some financial literacy, get you some education, even if it's self-education, whether you got to go back to school, pay for a class, whatever you got to do, whatever learning you need to do to acquire the knowledge, so that way you could do what God needs you to do for your life. Some people are tennis players, some people are chefs, some people are musicians, some people are music artists, some people are clothing designers. Whatever God is requiring you to do to make the world, your world, a better place, so that way you can make his world a better place. All right, God has to lift you up and help you make your life better before you could do the same for others. So continue to keep moving. All right, continue to not stop. Don't let people stop you. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let what anyone has to say stop you. People have no control over what you choose to do with your life. So make sure you make it count. All right, you have control over your life. You have control over what happens to you. Make sure that you choose the right people to be in your life and you choose the right things to do in your life. All right. This has been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. This has been another video for proof that you came to break generational curses. I know I talked about some other things in this video, but I just wanted to touch on some other topics as well. But once you realize you're not going to let people talk to you, disrespect you, just treat you any kind of way, you know you're royalty, you know you deserve the best, you know you don't deserve to be treated less than how you treat others, you know that you came to break generational curses, because this is where the abuse, this is where the negativity, this is where it ends, this is where you draw the line with it, so that way people from the next generation won't have to go through this. They'll be able to be what they want, they'll be able to live a certain lifestyle, they'll be able to be closer to God off the rip, they'll be able to have peace, they won't have to go through certain things and certain hells and certain trials and tribulations. They'll just have to deal with life and then live their life according to how God wants them to do it. All right, and that's what everybody should want for themselves, be able to teach their own children. All right, these schools are wilding out here. You got drag queen storybook time and all this ratchet stuff. So it's like people can't keep their lifestyles to themselves. So it's like if you're just willingly going to push a certain lifestyle on a person who's easily impressionable, who hasn't grown up and hasn't been able to develop their mind, and that just accepts anything that's colorful and bright and that looks like fun. All right, that's not what's up. So I mean, no, you know, that's really not what's up. So you know what time it is. You need to grow into who God wants you to be. You need to take control over your life and your situation, so that way you can teach your children. All right, you want to be able to have money, you want to be able to become rich, so you could take your kids out these schools who are trying to program them with all this stuff that they're going to be easily impressioned with, all right, or stuff that they just are trying to program them with. And it's like, if you don't want your kids to be programmed the way that these schools want to, you want to be able to program your children. You want to be able to teach your kids. But people send their kids to school, I understand, because you have to work and there's not enough time. That's why you have to break these curses, so that way you could be the teacher, you could be the educator, you can teach your children, so that way you could make them grow up to be who they're supposed to be, not just who the world is going to program them to be. All right, and in today's world, people are being programmed to be their worst version instead of their best version, and that's why you want to take control of what is put into your kids minds, because you are whatever you feed your mind. All right, this has been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see each and every one of you guys and ladies in the next video. Keep breaking these generational curses with positivity, peace, love, and light. All right, let God be with you and let you be protected by your angels always. I'll see each and every vessel in the next video. We out.